Start this project, the first thing we're going to need to do is get a picture. Now we have a couple choices for this. If you look through, the different options you have for this project, things can be personal to you. If that's the case, maybe you have a picture on your cell phone or something. You may have things on your social media. Any of those images will work as long as they're a big enough resolution. You really want to, now if you wanted to check that, what you could do is you could right click on a file that you have saved. So say I took this picture from my cell phone and I moved it to the computer, however you can get that to happen. You can email it to yourself, and there's also other ways. And you can go to get info. That will tell me here how big this image is. So this image is 1287 by 1716. So that's pretty big, so this will work. The other thing you can do is you can get images from Google. And we are well aware of this at this point, but I'll just kind of review this. Something that I do is after I search for something, or even before, I want to make sure that I go to Tools and do Size Large. And that layout may change as Google continues to update, but generally there's some kind of search tool there to eliminate certain size pictures. Next, once you find a picture that you want, you click on it, make sure that you're seeing the full-size image, and then drag that to your desktop. That will save that picture. You know you did this right if it has a random name. For example, this one's called Fish Shaped. If it was called Images or imgress.png or .jpeg, that will tell you that you saved the little picture preview. So this picture, if it'll do it here, let's try that again. This picture is different than this picture. So even though they look the same, I'm saving the small one here. This one's the big one. I'm going to make sure I get the big pictures. So anyway, let's assume now I have my picture and I want to start the actual document. First thing I need to do is go to File, New. We're going to do a pretty standard setup here. Our resolution is going to be 300 because we want this to be high enough resolution that we can print it if we choose. Background contents I'll make white. The next part I need to make a decision. Is mine going to be 11 wide, 8.5 tall, or the opposite, 11 tall, 8.5 wide. So you kind of got to decide what you want for that. Once this is all set up, we might as well name it while we're in here. I'm going to call mine text project. If I was doing a fish, I could call it like fish text. You just somehow want to describe your project. Once you're happy, go ahead and hit OK. And now we are ready to put our image on here. Now realistically, I should have made my paper wider than tall because this picture that I picked is wider than it is tall. So now I'm going to take this and put it into my document. Now I'm going to do that by simply dragging and dropping it right on here. Now that it's here, I have to press enter, and then if you have this sign here, you want to right click on the layer and rasterize it. If you remember what that does, that takes the pixels and actually puts them onto the project rather than just referencing this file on your desktop. The difference is if I don't do what I just did and I delete this picture off the desktop, this image here gets deleted. The next and the last step here in the beginning is I may want to scale this image bigger or smaller. I'm ignoring the background. Now in this case mine didn't have one, but if my fish was in the blue ocean, I don't need to fit the ocean in this project because I'm not going to see it later. All I'm going to see is the object that I'm making. To scale this thing, Command T, drag from the corners, and hold Shift while you're dragging. Once you're done that, press enter. You can move that around wherever you need. And this is all set up and ready for the next phase of the project.